There are approximately 600 million domestic cats living alongside humans around the world. They share our homes, our routines, and our conversations. For years, we assumed they understood little more than the crinkle of a treat bag or the pop of a can. But science has revealed something far more surprising. Your cat has been listening, and they understand far more than they let on. In 2019, researcher Atsuko Saito at Sophia University in Tokyo published a study that changed our understanding of the feline mind. Her team tested dozens of cats, playing recordings of their owners calling their names alongside similar-sounding words. The results were undeniable. Cats distinguished their own names with clarity. They knew they were being spoken to. Whether they chose to respond was another matter entirely. This distinction is crucial. Dogs were bred for obedience. Cats were never domesticated in the same way. They chose to live alongside humans, but they never surrendered their autonomy. So when a cat hears its name, it doesn't hear a command. It hears an offer, and it decides in that moment whether accepting that offer is worth its while. Consider the second word cats reliably recognize: no. If you have ever watched a cat pause mid-reach toward a countertop, you have witnessed recognition. But what does no actually mean to a cat? Not what we think. Cats do not understand no as a moral rule. They understand it as a warning signal. The sharp tone, the sudden volume, the emotional charge. They learn that this sound precedes something unpleasant, so they stop, not out of respect for the rule, but out of a desire to avoid discomfort. This is where many owners unintentionally damage their bond. When no is used too often, too loudly, or unpredictably, the cat stops associating the word with a specific action. They begin associating it with the person saying it. Fear replaces understanding. The cat that once greeted you at the door begins to hide, not because they forgot you, but because your presence became unpredictable. The third word requires no scientific debate: treat. This word operates through classical conditioning, the same mechanism Ivan Pavlov documented over a century ago. When a sound is consistently followed by food, the brain builds an automatic bridge. Sound equals reward. No thought required. What is remarkable is not that cats learn this word, but how quickly they generalize beyond it. The sound of a cabinet latch, a specific footstep pattern, the jingle of a particular drawer. Your cat has built an entire map of sounds leading to reward. The word treat is simply the most obvious landmark. For households with multiple cats, there's a fourth category of recognition that reveals something deeper. In 2022, researcher Saho Takagi at Kyoto University discovered that cats living in multi-pet households learn the names of their feline housemates. In the study, cats were shown photographs while names were called. When the name did not match the face, the cats stared longer. That prolonged gaze is a marker of expectation violated. They heard a name and expected a specific individual. When a different face appeared, they noticed the discrepancy. Your cat has been quietly building a mental map of your household. They know who belongs to which name. They figured this out simply by living alongside you, listening to patterns you did not even realize you were creating. The fifth word challenges our assumptions about feline independence: come here. Most cat owners laugh when their cat actually approaches after being called, treating it as a fluke. But the truth is, cats recognize this phrase clearly. Their response, however, is conditional. They ask themselves a single question: what happens next? If the answer is usually affection, play, or warmth, they will come. If the answer is often a bath, a nail trim, or being moved from a comfortable spot, they will stay exactly where they are. When a cat walks toward you after hearing "come here," it is not obedience, it is trust. It is a quiet calculation that you are safe. The sixth word taps into the most fundamental of drives: hungry. This word differs from treat because it signals not a bonus, but a necessity. Cats are creatures of routine. When hungry is consistently followed by a full bowl, the connection becomes unbreakable. Even whispered from across the house, the response is instinctive. Ears pivot, eyes widen. A vocalization often follows, not an answer to the question, but a confirmation that the expected transaction is about to occur. The seventh and final word is the one most owners underestimate: good. Unlike dogs, cats are not typically viewed as seeking praise, yet they learn the word good faster than almost any other because of what it accompanies: soft tone, gentle touch, safety. No vet visit follows the word good, no sudden movements, no unpleasant surprises. Over time, good becomes an anchor. It signals that in this moment the environment is safe. For an animal wired for hypervigilance, that signal carries profound weight. Taken together, these 7 words reveal a portrait far different from the aloof, indifferent creature of popular imagination. Your cat knows their name. They know no. They know treat. They know the names of their housemates. They know come here, hungry, and good. They have learned these words not through formal training, but through thousands of small moments, watching you, listening to you, building associations you never consciously taught. The question has never been whether cats understand us. They do. The question is whether we understand them. Every interaction is a vote. Every word carries the weight of history. If you want a cat that meets your gaze with calm rather than caution, that comes when called, that trusts you, it begins with recognizing just how much they already know. Your cat has been listening all along. The question is whether you have been speaking in a language worth responding